so much for joining us today. You know, our guests today say that they need answers about some strange phenomena that are happening in their lives, and the only person that can help them is guess who? It's the author of this book. If you could see what I see, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome world-renowned psychic Sylvia Browne to the show. Wow, Sylvia, you must have been on a whirlwind the last couple of months, right? You're still doing
I have to tell you.
Tell me.
I've been on a cruise with Hay House.
Wait, can I ask this? This is like a Sylvia Browne cruise. Cruise ship. Everybody comes on everybody comes on the cruise ship. Then the whole ship is there.
No, not the whole ship. We will have about 500 people.
500 people?
Yeah.
Could you imagine being on a boat with other people, 500 of the other people that all trying to see you?
Well, I can't get away.
You can't get away. Everywhere you have people knocking on your door.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't really mind it.
Well, was it fun?
It was fun.
Talk a little bit about it. So you did readings the whole time you're out there?
No. I do maybe 4 lectures. And then I do book signings and things like that.
What else is going on in your life? You're all over the country?
What I started to tell you was that wherever I go, and I do book signings after all my lectures, we just got through doing a lecture somewhere. I don't know anymore where I'm at. I think I'm in New York now. They always say, please tell Montel how much I love him.
Oh, well, thank you.
I swear to God to you. So all those people that say, I bet you don't, shut up, I do.
Well, now, you know what? This new book is out. It's been on bookstands recently, and I know we talk about it every time you're here, but I want people to understand what it's all about. Why did you write this one?
Because not only had no one had really known, actually it was up to Reed Tracy, you know, one of the CEOs of Hay House, who said, look, Sylvie, we released your book, Adventures of a Psychic, 15 years ago or some stupid thing.
Right.
He said, why don't you tell the rest of your life? And in doing that, I wound in the tenets of my church. Okay. So I wrote about my lineage, my divorces, my bankruptcies,
all kinds of good dirt,
all kinds of wonderful things that my husband's put me through.
Well, how much did you talk about your husbands in here, though?
Not enough.
Not enough. So people can get a little bit more insight into the last 15 years.
Well, I wanted people to know, as I wrote the tenets, that I was human.
Gotcha.
You know, that I had gone through a divorce, that I'd gone through deaths, that I'd gone through being deceived, that I'd gone through, you know, people not...
Well, why don't you say something about that for a second? Because people say you're a psychic. Geez, didn't you know? Why bother getting married to that dude to begin with if you knew it was going to end in divorce?
Because I'm not psychic about me.
That's right. And nor can
because
you
if I was, I wouldn't learn.
Right.
See, like I always say to my people when they come to lectures, if you lose your purse, I can find it. If I lose mine, it's gone. It's, you know.
So, and also, it's the same way for your family and friends, is it not?
That's true.
Most people that are really, really close to you.
The closer you get to me, the less I'm functional for you. That's why we only allow people to usually have 1 reading with me.
Okay, because then once you start to know...
Well, not only that, but you don't want to keep bilking people either.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. Well, look, my first guest came here and said this, that a deceased young man spoke through her. Take a look at this.
A few years ago in college, my friend Jessica came up to me crying and sobbing and told me that her good friend Josh had died that night in a car accident. Later on that night, I was sitting there reading on the bed in my dorm room, and I had gotten into some trance.
What are you doing, Jess?
And I went and I sat at the table, and I just started writing. And I was in this trance probably for a few minutes. And all of a sudden, I got up, and I gave it to my good friend Jessica, and right when she saw that, she just gasped. She couldn't figure out what was going on. She thought it looked a little familiar. One of the things that was written on the paper was, call Erin. And so Erin, I found out later, was Josh's girlfriend. I did not know Josh. I did not know his girlfriend. All I remember is that on the paper, it told me to call his girlfriend. It said, call her. Of course, I was writing it, but it was his handwriting. But a lot of what he wrote, it didn't relate to me at all. I was just kind of like the messenger. For the longest time, I wondered, you know, why me? every day I wake up and I'm like, why did this happen to me?
Please welcome Jessica to the show. Welcome her. What did you want to ask Sylvia, Jessica? What did you want to ask Sylvia?
Why me? I mean, why did you choose
why me? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not being facetious. I'm just saying, why me?
Yeah.
You happen to be at that point in time. Let's call it a tube, a funnel.
Right.
Okay, let me give you an example. My grandson never saw my grandfather, picked up a picture of him, walked into the room, and in this very strange voice said, looked at me and said, that's my girl. That wasn't him.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? He was channeling my dad. That's what you were doing.
Right, and I was wondering if I did the right thing by talking to his girl. I didn't talk to his parents.
And how many messages have you heard me say to people, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'll tell you.
I was wondering if he was at peace and...
Oh, yeah.
And if it was something that in the future, if I'm going to continue, I have like this family history of weird things happening and me getting things and getting messages.
It usually runs through the lineage of the family. We have 300 years of it.
Am I going to continue?
Yeah, if you really want to.
I do.
I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I tried to block mine. When I moved from Missouri to California, I couldn't.
Well, it took a while, but I think I want to. I want to help.
But you always have to do it for God.
Only.
Will she continue, though, to just get random...
No, no, if she starts exercising the muscle, you can then do it for everybody.
Well, I do want to. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. You had a question for Sylvia.
My father's brother disappeared about 20-something years ago, and the whole family has no idea whether he's alive or dead.
He drowned.
He drowned. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You had a question for Sylvia, too.
Just wondering why my mother, who passed about 6 years ago, doesn't seem more present and obvious.
You mean that she doesn't come around you that much?
Right.
She does, but she comes around with, how do I say this, with footsteps. You know, sort of like padded footsteps. She says she was always internal anyway. Do you see what I mean? I don't know how to explain to people that we don't change our personalities when we're over there. So she wasn't this exuberant party girl. Do you see what I mean?
She's not going to be slamming doors, kicking over
That's right.
stuff.
Like my dad was the big party guy. Do you see what I mean? So we always smell his pipe tobacco. Your mother was very internal, very reserved. So she wouldn't be, hey, you know, here I am. But she says she does go down the, what?
Oh, the footsteps.
The footsteps.
All right, let me take a little break. We'll be back right after this.
My son Daniel was born in October of 2003, and he began his respiratory problems right around 6 months old. I'm extremely worried about my son. I really would like to know what's wrong with him. Every night I go to bed and I worry whether I'm going to see him in the morning.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back. I needed immediate toothache relief. Thank goodness for Oragel.
Unlike pain pills that can take up to 30 minutes to work, Oragel delivers immediate relief.
And we're back.
Oragel takes the ache out of toothache immediately.
There are more than 29 million Americans without insurance who need help paying for their medicines. That's why there's the Partnership for Prescription Assistance. Through this free service, people who need help can call 1-888-4PPA now to see if they may qualify. Many get their medicines for free or nearly free, and I'm talking more than 2,500 brand name and generic medicines. Do you need help? Write down the number you see. It's your medicine. It's your life. It's your time to call.
Burning, itching, but the pain's the worst. I should have used
Preparation H Cream. Burning, itching, plus maximum strength pain relief on contact. The most complete relief from Preparation H. Pain relief on contact.
Tension headaches? What a pain in the neck they can be. Literally, a pain in the neck and shoulders. So, I take this, Excedrin Tension Headache. 'Cause it works. It gets rid of the headache, the pain in my neck and shoulders, the whole thing. And Excedrin's fast. So, why let tension headaches with pain in the neck be a pain in the neck?
Excedrin Tension Headache, the headache medicine. Oregon is expanding its prison facilities, creating a high demand for qualified correctional officers. A great job opportunity, especially for women and bilingual minorities. Starting salaries range up to $2,899 a month. College of Legal Arts offers a 30-week evening course that trains and prepares you for this rewarding career. For more information on becoming a correctional officer, call College of Legal Arts today at 223-5100 or 1-800-342-3465.
Has your doctor told you that you're disabled, but Social Security still denied your disability benefits? Don't let your frustration with delays by the government cause you to give up. We can help. I'm attorney Merrill Schneider, and my law firm can help you get the Social Security disability benefits you deserve.
If you've been denied Social Security disability or need help applying for it, call the Schneider Law Offices today at 1-800-630-4SSG. Call right now.
Have you had an unusual experience and you need Sylvia Browne's help? If so, call us at 1-800-MONTEL-2. That's 1-800-MONTEL-2.
Yes, sir. You got a question?
Yes, hi, Montel. Hi, Sylvia. I was just wondering what career path that I'm destined to go down and what should I be doing in those regards?
You're going to get into architecture, building, and developing.
Thank you.
What is, and I don't usually do this, but what is the very large dog that died that's around you? Somebody back there has a dog that died that keeps running around over there.
About 7, 8 years ago, I had a dog that was very important to me. His name was Pete.
Big
we
dog.
used to run around.
Yeah, because he's running around you now.
A lot, very high energy.
Yeah, like he was chasing his tail.
Yeah.
Still doing it.
All around you?
Yeah, all around you.
All right, look, my next guest says that her young son stopped breathing while he was asleep. But something woke her up that helped her save his life. Take a look at this.
My son Daniel was born in October of 2003, and he began his respiratory problems right around 6 months old. The first night I had an experience, I was getting Daniel ready for bed, and he seemed pretty normal. I went to sleep, and all of a sudden around 3:30 in the morning, I jolted out of bed. I didn't just wake up, I jolted. And I ran to him. I wanted to see if he was breathing, and I got no air out of him, no airflow. He was like a rag doll. I hollered to my husband to call 911. Nobody could really explain what it was caused from or why he had it. Well, my mom had passed away about a year before my son was born. Like 2 days before she passed, her oxygen tank went off, and my sister and I both heard it. We got right up. It was 3:33 a.m. And the following night, same exact thing happened. 3:33, the oxygen tank just went off. And then the third night, she passed at 3:33. I'm extremely worried about my son. I really would like to know what's wrong with him. Every night I go to bed and I worry whether I'm going to see him in the morning. And we're just wondering if my mom may have anything to do with my son and helping me get up.
Please welcome Lori to the show. Welcome, Aaron. And the question is it her mom that's helping wake her up?
Absolutely. Her mother. See, if she hadn't of, this would have been term SIDS. That's why you can't be concerned about it, because they're finding out now that SIDS is some type of, like a viral infection that hits, but it's past that time. Do you see what I'm saying? But yes, the mother woke you up, yeah. Who is Mary?
Mary is my father's girlfriend, and she just passed.
Because she comes around you really strong.
Oh, really?
Because Mary says that your mom is with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So they're all together.
You know, there are new monitors out right now.
Absolutely.
You can put in a baby's room.
Absolutely.
And as a matter of fact, there's a monitor that actually literally goes on the baby's face that will tell you immediately if a child suffers from sleep apnea. It will it'll go off like a house alarm and wake your butt up the second he doesn't breathe for more than 2 seconds.
Really? I've thought of it.
Call your pediatrician and get one tomorrow.
It's
especially
true,
if your
he's
son's
right.
already suffering from sleep apnea. There are devices that are there made just for this. It will wake you up after he doesn't breathe for like two breaths.
Absolutely.
Something crazy. So you can be in the room and help, you know, and really
Because
most
it's awful.
It's just waking them and get them to recover. You should get that.
Okay, I will.
See, I'm not too sure that SIDS isn't a form of sleep apnea, don't you think?
Do you not, I just recently, and I don't want to speak out of term, but there now is a new term for SIDS that now affects 3-year-olds. Have you heard about this?
Yes, I have. It was on MSNBC.
So as old as age 3, they are now creating it's like a nobody understands why. We'll look it up. We'll do a show about it. I got to take a break before I do. You had a question for Sylvia, right?
I just adore both of you, and I wanted to know if you knew what I was in my previous life.
Yeah, you were a gypsy.
A gypsy, see?
That's why you like to travel.
Thank you.
Where does she live? I don't know, you know, it's like, we start saying,
over.
Most people say, oh, you know, when you hear psychics, oh, you were a king in Egypt, or you were a queen.
Oh, I've never
or you were this.
those.
I know, you always come up with the truth. I was waiting for you to tell a lady she was like, you know, I don't know, and then all of a sudden, a gypsy.
I never found Queen Elizabeth, Abraham Lincoln, Einstein. You know, I've never found, you know, there was one psychic who said, come as you were, or who you were. They had 8 Cleopatras show up. I mean, come on.
Yeah, how's everybody Cleopatra? Okay, you're right. Let me take a break. We'll be back right after this.
She saw the shape of a man. She couldn't see his face.
The pictures that he showed me were dead people that he had killed.
I'm worried about my daughter, and I would like to know if this is something that just happened, and it's just gonna happen, and it stopped, or if it's a gift.
Tonight at 10. Internet websites make it easy for your kids to post personal information, but are they revealing too much?
I'm a little concerned about that.
Birth dates, phone numbers, even where they work.
Were you aware this information was on here?
Are your kids giving the internet too much information? Tonight on the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local. Fox 12 Oregon is giving you the chance to see your favorite American Idols. Watch the 10 o'clock news tonight for your chance to win a pair of concert tickets to see American Idols live at the Rose Garden on September 1st.
Do something that you feel good about, that you feel there's compassion and there's nobility, and you're making a difference in the quality of somebody's life.
It just brings you such happiness and joy, knowing that I've made a difference.
Just give it a shot.
Pick up that phone and make that call.
There's so many ways that they can help you get to your goal.
Medical assisting was definitely the right choice.
Call Concord now, 888-319-0887, 888-319-0887.
Are you looking for a health plan designed with your lifestyle in mind? HealthNet's Diamond 15 plan offers affordable health insurance plans for individuals and families like yours that demand value for their healthcare dollars. And HealthNet's Diamond 15 plan includes coverage for services you won't find on most other plans, including a comprehensive network of physicians and hospitals. Call HealthNet today at 1-866-541-8922. HealthNet of Oregon, for the health nut in you.
Dick Hanna Kia, new at the Vancouver Auto Mall. Hold it, the Kia dealership may be new, but Dick Hanna dealerships have a rich legacy. The Hanna family started selling cars back in 1949. As they say, the rest is history. In 1986, we opened the giant auto mall and kept adding more and more dealerships. Today, Dick Hanna Kia is the beginning of a new era for quality service and vehicles. This new 06 Kia Rio gets a whopping 35 miles per gallon, just $89.95. With a power to surprise, it's Dick Hanna Kia, a lifetime of service and customers for life.
Take a look at what we're working on for tomorrow's show. Every year, millions go on cruises, but not everyone comes home.
There was a horrific thud heard, which was my brother's body hitting the overhang.
9 months ago, our brother disappeared from his honeymoon cruise. People need to understand this. You fall overboard, they don't stop the ship. Think your kids are safe on a cruise? Jamie's parents did. Then she was raped on board. You won't believe who did it. Parents see the shocking truth about cruises on the next Montel. ma'am, you got a question for Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. I just wanted to know what I'm meant to do, what career path I'm going to take.
Writing.
Writing?
You're going to write, report. See, you have such a wide range. You could do children's books. You could do fiction, factional, biographical, all of the above.
Well, all stuff I wanted but didn't think I could do.
Oh, yes, but you can. See, why do you think that the passion would be there if it wasn't in your chart?
I thought it was a pipe dream, but thank you.
No. See, people should understand that whatever you wish for, I mean, how many people here, we raise their hands, have never thought about being a writer? You would have it in there because it was in your chart.
Oh, thank you.
Look, well, my next guest says that she's afraid of what her daughter sees. Take a look at this.
Well, the first time she was 3 years old, and it was a little girl around her age too. The second time she saw a lady around, 65-year-old probably, and she said that she was kind of scary looking. Her next experience was a little bit over 2 months ago, and it was in her room. When she saw the shape of a man, she couldn't see his face.
The pictures that he showed me were dead people that he had killed. And then I got really scared. I couldn't scream because I thought the man was gonna come to get me. We just started praying, and then I told her that he's mad.
Next day, Jocelyn closed her eyes and started drawing all the symbols that he had showed her the night before. But they're weird looking. I mean, I never seen them before. I'm worried about my daughter, and I would like to know if this is something that just happened and it's just gonna happen and it stopped, or if it's a gift, what she has. And if it is, I wanna know what can I do to help her out.
Please welcome Lucy to the show. Yes, ma'am, Lucy, you got a question for Sylvia.
Yes. I wanna know, who are these people?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I wanna know, who are these people?
Now, you're talking about your daughter?
Yeah, I want to know who is the people that she sees.
Okay, let me ask you this. In any of these symbols that were drawn, you know what I'm saying? Was there any kind of cross or religious? Because who she's seen is a defrocked priest. Do you know what a defrocked priest is? Okay, a defrocked priest is someone who is excommunicated from the religion because of something bad they've done.
Okay.
You say you've never seen any of this stuff?
Never before. The first time it was...
But, I mean, it's not evil.
It's not evil?
No.
Is this a gift that she has? And if it is, how can I help her?
Just encourage her. But I think this priest is trying to get somebody to listen to him. Do you see what I'm saying? Because this priest had relationships with a woman, and he was defrocked. Now, not that he's going to hurt your daughter, but anybody who would see him, anybody who's going to listen, he's going to try to plead his
case. It just so happens to be her daughter.
Yeah, it just happens to be the daughter.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, in the back, you had a question for Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Montel. I just have a question. It seems like every time, well, not every time, when I sleep on my back at night, I feel something holding me down, and I can hear myself in my sleep screaming or trying to get out.
Astral catalepsy, that's you, holding you down. I know that sounds crazy. Anytime, and you can see the hands in this room, have any of you, when you have that astral catalepsy, when you feel like you can't breathe and you're screaming in your head, don't you always find yourself awake on your back? Yeah, see all the hands?
So why is that?
It's because you're lying there and you're trying to get back in your body, and what you're feeling is a heaviness of your body trying to get back into you, but you're not fully in yet, so you're screaming, oh my God, I can't move. You're half in and half out.
What happens if somebody comes in and wakes you up at that moment? You like get stuck out?
No, but you probably would, it would take you a few minutes before you, haven't you ever had a hard time waking somebody up? Yeah. Yeah, because it's hard for them to get back into their body.
So it's okay because that happens from time to time?
I hate it. I've had it happen.
But
you know what I do?
Scared of or
I always say to God before I go to sleep, because I've had it happen, I don't like it. I always say to God, if I'm going to go out, I want a fast exit and an entrance. I don't want to be caught in between. Okay. There's no spirit lying on you. It's you lying on you.
Okay, wow.
Be back right after this.
I
About a month and a half after my mother passed away, I had this dream. And it was about my mother's last words. I heard my mother say, "Where's Tammy? Where's Tammy?" And then she said, "I hope they get home safe." And then after that, I heard a gasp. What's going on? I need answers.
I'm Anne, and I'm a GSK scientist. I just started Alzheimer's research when my grandmother was diagnosed. I wanted to hurry up and find a cure. We started working on ideas that no one else had tried. Maybe people don't think we try hard enough, but we believe we'll find the answers. And we're getting closer. What I see in the lab is very exciting. What I see at last is hope.
GlaxoSmithKline. Today's medicines finance tomorrow's miracles.
Multi-State Insurance Company.
Hello, I'd like a car insurance quote, please. Yeah, hi. Hello. Yeah, I'd like a quote, please. Can I have a car insurance quote? Need a quote. Yeah, I'm looking for a car insurance quote, please. Quote, please. Just need a quote.
Hey, think easier. Think Progressive. We give you our direct rate for car insurance plus the rates of other top companies instantly. Go to Progressive.com.
The best things in life are free. The sun, the beach, hanging out, and this free career guide from Western Culinary Institute. It can show you how you can turn your passion for a culinary career into a reality. Don't put your dream on hold for another minute because you think you can't afford it. Call to get your free career guide. Operators are standing by. Call toll-free 1-866-WCI-CHEF, 1-866-924-2433. Call now.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, there are 3 things you need to know. First, don't sign anything from the insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. Second, on average, injured people with a lawyer get 3.5 times more money than those who don't. And third, it won't cost you anything unless we get money for you. If you've been hurt in a car accident, call attorney David Jackson, 503-ACTION-LAW, 503-228-4665.
Yes, ma'am. You had a question for Sylvia.
Yes, Sylvia. From the time I was about 9 to the time I was about 12, I had reoccurring dreams of settlers being murdered in the corner
That was a past life.
That was past life?
By Indians. They all said
Yes.
Indians in it.
Yes.
That's a past life.
And I always had that feeling of not being able to move in my bed and being absolutely paralyzed
Or
with fear.
unexpected things happening that you couldn't control.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more, honey. That was just a past life reoccurrence.
Okay.
You were in a covered wagon. Do you realize that?
I knew I had in the 1800s slides, but I didn't realize that in a covered
You were
wagon.
coming across from close to my hometown, St. Joseph, Missouri to California.
Really?
With Indians, you know.
I always knew it was Indians, and I always knew everybody was killed.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strangely enough, you weren't, though. You were taken captive by the Indians and raised by them.
Huh. How interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, next guest says that since her mother passed, she's desperate to find her brother. Now, take a look at this.
I need Sylvia's help because I've had some experiences when my mom passed. One night I was asleep and I woke up early the next morning to get my children ready. And when I walked into the kitchen, I noticed a folding table blocking the entrance of the kitchen. And I was kind of startled by that because I know I didn't put it there, my children didn't put it there. And I'm wondering, you know, what could this possibly be? Is this some type of higher power or something unexplainable? About a month and a half after my mother passed away, I had this dream. And it was about my mother's last words. In the dream, my sister said, "You want to hear her last words?" And I said, "Yeah." So she played the tape recorder. And I heard my mother say, "Where's Tammy? Where's Tammy?" And then she said, "I hope they get home safe." And then after that, I heard a gasp. And the tape recorder stopped. When I woke up, I was sweating. I have a brother that I haven't spoken to in about 5 years, and I just wanted to find out, do he know Mom is gone, and is he okay? I would like to know if Sylvia could help me with, you know, my situation and to let me know, is my brother still alive? What's going on? I need answers.
Please welcome Tamara to the show. One of the things that your mother also had said, I think, before she passed, was that she was always looking for her son, correct?
That's right.
Hadn't seen him in how long?
I haven't seen him in about 10 years, but I've spoken with him in about 5.
And how about the last time your mother saw him?
Well, it was about maybe 8 or 9, possibly longer.
So you want to know what from Sylvia?
I want to know is...
He's still alive.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, strangely enough, I don't know where this is, but is there a place called Red Bridge or something, New Jersey? Is there anything called Red Bridge or something Bridge, New Jersey? Does anybody know?
Old Bridge?
Woodbridge. Okay, because he's around Woodbridge.
Great.
Yes, he's still alive. But let me tell you something about your brother, and I'm sure you know this. He was always a loner. He was always a separatist. He was always an isolationist. He was always depressed. He didn't want any part of the family. So you look around that area, but I'm telling you, the chances of you finding him is 100%. The chances of you pulling him into the family is 0. But at least you'll have satisfaction.
Do he know that Mom is gone? Did my mom hear me when she was in her coma?
Absolutely. Absolutely. She told you, she heard you tell her that how much you loved her. You helped her release her. You helped let her go. You told her everything was going to be all right. She heard every single word of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You had a question for Sylvia.
Yeah, I wanted to know, me and my husband are trying to conceive. Do you see me having a child anytime this year or next?
Next year in about spring.
Thank you.
A boy.
Oh, thank you.
Let me take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Have you had an unusual experience and you need Sylvia Browne's help? If so, call us at 1-800-MONTEL-2. That's 1-800-MONTEL-2.
Mom says there's no money for college.
Then do what I did. I took a medical assisting course.
Yeah, but how long did it take?
Less than a year. They even placed me in an externship program. That's how I met Dr. Radley. Look, why don't you give them a call and have them send you an information package?
I think Mom's gonna like this.
Call Everest College for information at 800-515-9641. That's 800-515-9641. Call now or check us out online.
What if you could improve your health and make over your body in just 8 weeks, just in time for summer?
I did LA for my health, but I got the body too. I can't wait for summer.
Bye-bye, fat pants. A new you is only 8 weeks away.
This summer, I can't wait to go to the pool. You should see this bathing suit I've picked out.
In 8 weeks, you can have this body. I love what LA Weight Loss has done for me.
For the center nearest you, call 1-866-595-TRIM.
You lie awake at night, not sleeping, restless, fatigued. Missing a good night's sleep, you're tired, irritable, and can't concentrate. It becomes a vicious circle of fatigue and lack of energy. If you suffer from insomnia, it could be caused by depression. If you have trouble sleeping and feel a lack of interest, no energy, and a low mood, you may qualify for an investigational medication research study at Summit Research Network. When you can't get a good night's sleep, it's tough to deal with life. Call Summit Research Network at 503-228-CARE.
Here are 3 good reasons why you should get off the couch
and call Western Culinary Institute.
1, they'll send you free information about their world-famous Le Cordon Bleu culinary program. 2, they'll prepare you for an exciting career. 3, it can open the door for the kind of future you've always wanted.
Call now for a free brochure. Operators are standing by. Call toll-free 866-WCI-CHEF, 866-924-2433. Call now.
Closed captioning provided by...
Nursing home abuse can cause such things as bed sores, broken bones, and death. If you've been a victim of nursing home abuse, call 1-800-LAWSUIT. That's 1-800-LAWSUIT.
Promotional consideration provided by the following.
Looking for a lightweight vacuum that'll clean every rug in your home? Try my amazing 8-pound Auric XL free for 30 days.
If you've been injured in an accident, you need to know your rights. Call the Cochran firm for a free consultation at 1-800-LAW-HELP.
Yes, ma'am, you had a question for Sylvia.
My daughter was murdered. She was shot in the head, and then she was set on fire. I'd like to know what provoked him to do this. It was someone she knew.
Insanity.
Yeah.
No, truly, I'm not being facetious. Insanity.
Really?
It was really one of these horrifying cases of, if I can't have you, no one else will.
Oh, I see.
Because do you know for a fact she was going on with her life?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that just made him crazy.
Yeah, well, she had just turned 19, started college, and...
But do you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
And he decided that you're going on with your life, you don't need me, I'd rather see you dead than have anybody else or have another life without me, so I'm going to, you know.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, my next guest says that the number 49 follows her everywhere she goes. Please welcome Karen to the show. Karen. Explain what it is you mean.
Well, a little over a year ago, I started noticing that if I'm driving down the street and a house catches my eye and I glance over, 49 is in the address. If I'm sitting at a stoplight and I happen to look down at the license plate, there's 49. I got the call to come on this show on my brother's 49th birthday. At one point, I decided I was going to sit and do the math and count back from when it started to my 49th birthday. I'll be 49 in 2 years. And it was 49 months until the end of my 49th year.
You ready for this? I got the answer. Don't need her. Here's the answer. The first time you and I see 49 on the lottery, we're playing it, all right?
Okay.
I'm sorry. 49, 49. I'm hanging out with you.
I bet you half of the audience or half of the viewing audience will say to you, numbers repeat. In my family, in my life, 19 repeats. We're all born on the 19th of some month. Do you see what I mean? I look at the clock, it'll be 1-9, you know, whatever. In numerology, 49 is a 4. A 4 is a 2, which is still stable, which means that everything in your life is stabilizing. In other words, you like everything balanced, okay?
I wondered if it meant there was going to be a major life event or an illness or possibly even a death.
No, it just means, no death, no. It just means, see, in numerology, you always have to take it to a single denominator, okay? 49 is 13, 3 and 1 is 4. Okay, 4 is a stable, what they call the stable number.
Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you had a question for Sylvia.
Hi, my grandfather passed away a couple years ago. Is he still around? Like, I mean, does he come around and see us?
Yeah, but not, maybe once a month, and I'll tell you why. Some are busier than others. Do you know what I mean? He was busy in life. He's busy over there, but he does come once a month. And he's one of those people, too, that also rings a phone.
Thank you.
Yes.
We take a little break. We'll be back right after this. And this lady had a question to your wife. If you're in the New York area and would like to be a part of our studio audience, please call 212-989-8101 or email us at tickets@montelshow.com. Please be sure to include your phone number.
After the baby, I started working out and taking a pain reliever for my knees. Went back to work, needed something else for tension headaches. Baby got big, I got one more for my back. Every new pain, a different pain reliever. But not anymore. Today, I'm all Advil. Advil is my every pain reliever. Works on all my pains, wherever I hurt. So I'm ready for anything. I'm all Advil.
Love a good bargain?
Big Lots is your kind of store.
Prices are crazy.
Get here now for huge deals, like Burns of Boston car and Intercraft photo frames and albums starting at just $1.
They have so many different things all the time.
Plus, get here Sunday and Monday for 2-day-only closeout deals, like all mattress sets and sofa love seat sets. Save an extra $50 on any set. That's off the already low closeout price. Check Big Lots Circular in Sunday's paper for more bargains.
It's a great bargain. You can't beat it. I love Big Lots.
All across America, people are celebrating their freedom from credit card debt. They're using Consolidated Credit Counseling Services.
We work with credit card companies to get your interest rates reduced or even eliminated.
Consolidated cut our interest rates in half. Our payments dropped from $650 to $350 a month. It was great.
Call now. 1-800-774-8576. That's 1-800-774-8576.
Freedom!
I want to create a workspace that makes people feel great.
I want to design a nightclub that people can't wait to get into.
Innovation. What does it mean? In interior design at the Art Institute, it's thinking in terms of color and texture, as well as form and function. It's planning down to the last detail. But most of all, it means being the creative professional you've always wanted to be. Interior design, the Art Institute of Portland. 1-800-886-1066.
Have you had an unusual experience and you need Sylvia Browne's help? If so, call us at 1-800-MONTEL-2. That's 1-800-MONTEL-2.
Yes, ma'am. You got a question for Sylvia?
Yes, Sylvia, it's an honor to see you again, and you, Montel.
Thank you.
Today is the 11th year of my mother's passing.
No.
And I was just wondering if she has anything to say to me, and if she comes around.
You know what I don't understand? She says her teeth finally fit. What does that mean?
She had false teeth.
She said
and they always kind of.
Yeah, she said they finally fit.
Oh, that's good.
She said they drove her crazy.
They did.
She said at one point she spit them out. I'm sorry, Montel.
I know, but you know, the lady's probably waiting to find out whether or not she left $1 million in the wall in the corner.
No, but what better way to validate than something personal that only you and I would know?
You're right.
You know? Yeah.
I still want the $1 million, though. So.
No, but she says that you used to laugh about it, you know, because she'd laugh so hard her teeth would come out and she would laugh about it. She says that she does come around you, and she also loves the service you gave her. And she said you've been thinking about, I don't know what it is, like a celebration or a service of her passing. She said that would be lovely.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling.
Yes, ma'am. You got a question for Sylvia?
Sylvia, I have another relationship question for you. I've been with my boyfriend for a number of years and just wanted to know if you see a wedding in the future that Mom and Dad need to start saving up.
Hey, Mom and Dad, use the money for a vacation.
No.
No?
No.
Not in the future? Okay.
No, see, you know what really makes me aggravated are these people, and I know Montel will bear me up with this one, is this non-committing, this on and on, year after year, no commitment, no commitment. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
Your mother and father must be half crazy about this. I would be. Aren't
That's
you?
Mom and Dad right there.
I would say either, you know what,
Should she kick him to the curb, Dad?
One.
Long time ago, right? Nah, it's all right. You don't still commit. I'll say it. Kick him to the curb.
No.
No. Yes, ma'am. You had a question for Sylvia.
Yes, hi, Montel. Hi, Sylvia. Really wondering about, my mom passed away in June. And
I'm sorry, darling.
My mother passed away in June, and I kind of feel guilty that I did not make it to the hospital before she passed.
Oh, honey, they don't care. I get that all the time. They don't care. See, when they make it to the other side, they don't care. Can you imagine people on the other side storming around being all ticked off? It wouldn't be heaven.
Right.
You can say goodbye to her now. People, the stupidest question, I mean this, is not did they make it, are they happy? What's that? Heaven's happy.
She's happy.
She's happy. She doesn't care.
Thank you.
Sylvia, my son has done very well in his job, but we're questioning now the stability of the company, whether he should stay there.
No, he's going to start his own.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Because he's so smart. I'm not saying that because he's your son, because I just got through telling a woman how lazy her son was. Your son is so smart and so ambitious, he should start his own company.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes.
Right back here behind you. Yes, ma'am, you had a question.
Sylvia, hi, Montel. I'm very bored with my job. Where do you see my career going, ending up?
God, we got a lot of people in writing and editing and publishing and all that. You'll get into all of the above.
Writing stories, books.
Editing, publishing, you know, getting into everything that has to do with writing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, very much like that one woman I was talking to.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You had a question.
Good afternoon, Sylvia. I have a question. I have such a phobia with snakes, and I was wondering why.
That's because you were bit by a spread-head cobra in a life in the Amazon when you belonged to a tribe. You were only, listen to me, you were only, I don't know if it was a spread head, but anyway, it was a poison snake. It was terrible. And you were only 14 years old. I don't know when this phobia started.
As young as I can remember.
Yeah, because you came in with it. And you died at 14. So that's got to be depressing.
Thank you very much.
Be back right after this. Thousands of you have been moved by Sylvia's inspirational words, and now you can get them every single day by joining Sylvia's Inspirational Life Message subscription program.
Just text Sylvia to 84000 or go to www.sylvia.org.
Each day, I'll text an inspirational life message directly to you.
Message fees are just 50 cents or less per day. For complete information, log on to www.sylvia.org.
So subscribe to Sylvia's Inspirational Life Message program today and get a message every single day. Tickets. For free audience tickets, call 212-989-8101 or visit our website at www.montelshow.com.
Reese Witherspoon guest stars.
Rose is on a date with your sister? She is a slut.
Next Friends.
Tonight at 6 on Fox 12 Oregon.
Fox tonight. It's TV's biggest night when the next American Idol will be chosen.
This could be the best final we've ever had.
Don't miss the special guest performances, plus the top 12 reunite and more.
The winner of American Idol is...
The Idol 2-hour season finale.
Tonight at 8 on Fox 12 Oregon.
As a single mother, I hated working 50 hours a week on 2 part-time jobs just to pay the bills. It seemed like my kids didn't even know me anymore. Then I heard about a career in medical insurance billing and coding. It sounds complicated, but it wasn't. And the best part is, I work less hours and I have a real career. It's the best of both worlds.
For information on the medical insurance billing and coding program at Everest, call 800-515-9641.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, there are 3 things you need to know. First, don't sign anything from the insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. Second, on average, injured people with a lawyer get 3.5 times more money than those who don't. And third, it won't cost you anything unless we get money for you. If you've been hurt in a car accident, call attorney David Jackson, 503-ACTION-LAW, 503-228-4665.
Do you ever feel tired of trying to get a cash loan? It seems like there is so much paperwork, degrading long waits for approval. Even if you get approved, it's only a small amount and a check, not cash.
At Rapid Cash, we don't complicate the loan process. Rapid Cash takes the stress out of getting the money you need with less paperwork, fast approvals, the maximum loan amounts, and low rates. Rapid Cash offers payday and auto title loans to meet your needs.
Call the Roo for the location nearest you at 503-790-CASH.
Promotional consideration provided by the following.
When summer heats up, Gold Bond medicated powder relieves itch, soothes irritation. Gold Bond powder, the medicated fix for irritation and itch.
See yourself thinner with new Dexatrim Max 2.0. Add to water to curb appetite, feel full, and boost energy. Power your water.
Empower yourself.
New Dexatrim Max 2.0.
Yes, ma'am. Stand up for me. Yes, ma'am. You got a question for Sylvia?
Yes. My husband's had a business issue that's been plaguing him for 2 years. Do you see this resolving itself in his favor?
Yeah. Does this have something to do with the legality?
Yes.
Does this have to do with IRS?
No.
Because there is an IRS thing that comes into play, but it's not going to be bad. But it's a legality that has to do with another man.
Yes.
It's going to be resolved.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am. You had a question for Sylvia.
Yes, hi. My husband has a nephew that he's about 9 years old now, but ever since he was born, he had a hard time sleeping. He has nightmares in the middle of the night where he actually wakes up screaming. He stands in the middle of the room.
That's because it's a past life thing where he was in a jungle and he was chased by wild animals. Why doesn't somebody go in and talk to him at night and say that's a past life? You're in this life now. It has nothing to do with this life.
Because he doesn't remember anything.
No, it's night terrors.
And that's the way to stop it?
You can't believe when I've said this on Montel's show, I get emails, and so does Montel, about, thank you so much, my kid doesn't have them anymore.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Montel. Thank you, Sylvia. I'm just wondering, what career do you think I'll be successful in, Sylvia? Thank you.
I think you're going to get something that has to do with a bakery of some kind, running a bakery, doing something in foods.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Sylvia. Sometimes I have feelings on things, insights on things, and I keep on trying to direct my daughter in a good direction, and for some reason, I don't know if she's just being stubborn. Am I guiding her in the right direction? Is she heading on the right path, or?
She is, but let me tell you something. She's the type that whatever you say to her, she wants to do the opposite.
Yeah.
Don't say anything.
I'm trying. It's not
I know
working.
it's so hard. I'm a mother, too. But I just bite your tongue till it bled, because she just gets that, you know how she gets that mouth?
Yeah.
Just bite your tongue till it bleeds.
That's hard. That's a very hard thing to do.
I know it's a hard thing for a mother to do.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, say, oh, I think this will be good. You say this is black. She says this is white.
Yeah, because she says she wants to be a teacher, but yet she's got a phenomenal singing voice. So we don't know.
She'll get into singing. Okay. But don't tell her that, because then
I'm not going to tell her anything.
Sure she'll be in teaching.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Right over here, Sylvia. Yes, ma'am. You had a question for Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. This is a relationship question. I want to know, my kid's father that I'm with now, am I wasting my time, or?
You're wasting your time. We got a lot of wasting time people here today. He isn't committed either.
But you know the funny thing about it is, you just said
Speechless.
it. We got a lot of wasted time people, but every single one of them that you said it to is going to go home and continue wasting time?
A lot of them will, and some of them don't, strangely enough. Some of them will.
Somebody will get
Now, that blonde up there that I told was sitting with her parents, she's not going to listen to what I said. I know that.
That's okay.
See, look at her mother and dad.
We'll be back right after this. If you're in the New York area and would like to be a part of our studio audience, please call 212-989-8101 or email us at tickets@montelshow.com. Please be sure to include your phone number.
Massage therapy is quickly becoming a popular career choice. With Ashmead College's hands-on training, you can become a massage therapist in about a year. In our classes, you'll learn all the major techniques, including Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue massage, even aromatherapy. And when you graduate, you'll have a wide range of employment options, including spas, cruise ships, health clubs, and more. For a brochure about this fun and rewarding career, call Ashmead College at 888-548-1654. Call today.
Are you still paying too much for internet, TV, and phone service? Then listen up. It's time to do the math and save with Quest. Add up what you're currently spending and see how much you can save by bundling with Quest. The savings will surprise you. Call now and get our best value ever. For under $93 a month, you get Quest high-speed internet with a super-fast dedicated connection. Direct TV service with 100% digital quality picture and sound on every channel. And digital voice with unlimited local and long distance. It's reliable phone service you can count on. Call today and get a better bundle with Quest. It's high-speed internet, direct TV service, and digital voice with unlimited local and long distance. And right now, it's all for under $93 a month. Don't miss out. When it comes to bundling, cable simply can't compare. Stop spending too much. Switch to Quest and start saving today. Compare, bundle, and save. Call Quest today at 1-866-371-6284. That's our spirit of service.
Help people. Feel the pride.
Anticipate. Get to work.
Keep it running. Be responsible.
Feel confident.
Crack the code.
Earn trust. Get trained.
In less time than you think.
Get on the fast track.
Seize the moment.
Take control.
Open doors.
Create your future.
Learn. Train. Work.
Train for a healthcare career with great potential. Call Concord at 888-627-0964. That's 888-627-0964.
Take a look at what we're working on for tomorrow's show. Every year, millions go on cruises, but not everyone comes home.
There was a horrific thud heard, which was my brother's body hitting the overhang.
9 months ago, our brother disappeared from his honeymoon cruise. People need to understand this. You fall overboard, they don't stop the ship. Think your kids are safe on a cruise? Jamie's parents did. Then she was raped on board. You won't believe who did it. Parents See the shocking truth about cruises on the next Montel. Well, the book is called If You Could See What I See by world-renowned psychic Sylvia Browne. Give it up for Sylvia. You know, I like to ask you questions like this, and I know it's okay. We do our New Year's prediction show, and you've already talked about, on our prediction shows, you already talked about what this upcoming hurricane season was going to be like.
Yes, very
But now
bad.
over the next couple of months.
And then you're going to have a new girlfriend.
Really? Is that the storm or no?
No, I think you already have her.
I've already had that.
And you haven't told me yet, you rat.
What? We have to talk.
Yes, later we will. I know.
All right, but now anything major coming up over the summer months? Should we be worried about, like, you know,
yeah, we're
another
going to have.
terrorist
We
attack?
have we've had tornadoes, but tornadoes are really going to hit hard, Midwest, harder than they ever have. And I'm really worried about, like I told you at the first of the year, is Florida getting just slammed to pieces again, and the Carolinas and all of that.
Hammered.
Hammered.
Oh, my goodness. We're almost out of time. We'll get a couple more questions.
I want to say
ma'am.
move.
You had a question for Sylvia. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering what college, like, since I'm going to college next year, I was wondering what career choice I should take up on, because I'm not too sure about nursing.
No, you know what I'd get in? I would get into children's therapy work.
Okay.
You know, like a child
Yeah, I
therapist?
wanted to do pediatric and some neonatal.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That's her. Yes, ma'am. You had a question for Sylvia.
Hi, thank you. 3 years ago, my uncle had passed away. Possibly suicide, possibly murder. They're not real sure. They
No,
haven't
it was
found anything
suicide,
out.
honey. It was suicide.
Suicide?
Now, here's the thing. I don't think we can count suicide when somebody's pushed to it. Do you know what I mean? When somebody's pushed to that kind of stress. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think everybody has a breaking point.
Do you know how he actually did it?
He said he had two ways. He ingested something, and then I don't know what he did. Something with the head or around the throat.
So he ingested something himself. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're out of time. If you want to ask Sylvia Browne a question, or you'd like to be a guest on one of our future shows, all you got to do is log on our website, which is montelshow.com, and also you can always log on to Sylvia's, which is sylviabrown.org. So log on to her website, too. I'm out of time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sylvia Browne!
You're watching Fox 12 Oregon.